Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jamie Friend Colors, and today I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable and we're going to color a picture in my art journal. So I've already drawn the picture. Let me get to it. So this is our girl that I've already drawn and I want to color her. So this art journal is the Arteza. It's acid-free, heavyweight paper, and it says is ideal for a variety of dry media. So far, it's not my favorite paper. I haven't done a lot on it, but it just smears a lot. I don't know. It's not my favorite. So, but I drew her and I did her in pen, so there's no more graphite that's going to smear, and I thought, let's use our colored pencils on this paper and see how they do. So, see if I like it better. Maybe we'll use our Arteza colored pencils since this is an Arteza book. My Arteza colored pencils are in this huge case because I have both the watercolor pencils and the dry pencils all in one case. So look at this, it's like massive. But today we're going to be using the dry, which I believe are the round barrels. Let me check. Yes, so the dry pencils are round, and then the wet pencils are like octagonal or whatever. They're pentagonal. And then they have a paintbrush right there. So that's how you know the difference. So we're using our round barrels today. And let me zoom in and pick some colors and we will get started. Alright, so I've picked Apricot as my lightest color. This is 34. And I'm going to base coat her face just lightly. I'm going to just treat this like it's a coloring book page. I haven't done a lot of my own art journal pages in colored pencil, so I don't know why. So I'm just going to kind of treat this like a coloring book page and get this colored down. This is my base coat. The pencil's laying down pretty well on the paper, but it does have quite a bit of tooth to it. So it does lay down. I don't know. I have other art journals that I've done more in. Like I have a big Strathmore one that I did. It's like watercolor paper. So I did a lot of markers and mixed media in them. And I finished one of them and I'm working on another one. It's interesting because I'm not liking what I'm doing in my new one as much as I did my first one, so interesting. And then what's the other? I filled up another one too. I think it was an Ilio. I don't know, it was a mixed media paper and it wasn't Arteza. I can't remember what it was called, what it was though. And I liked it, but I'm just not sure about this one. Okay, then I'm going to take this ash, what is this? This is Earth Red 138. And I'm going to kind of indicate where our shading is going to be and where our highlights are going to be. Because this is going to go kind of everywhere except where our highlights are going to be. And you know what? Let me grab a little reference book that I have for shading. Let's see. Which one is it? And we'll choose one of her ways of shading. Oh, here it is. Okay, So this book is How to Draw Fun Fab Faces, and it's by Karen Campbell. And she has this page that I love and shows you like where the light's coming from and how to shade the face in that way. So you know, I tend to shade with the light just coming straight onto the face, and that's how I tend to shade most of my gals. But let's do this a little different, shall we? Let's see about maybe something like, should we do this maybe? Well, I couldn't flip it. Okay, I'm gonna look at that over here and try to shade a little bit like that. We'll see. It might not work. Okay, so we'll come along the hairline up here and on the foot of her eye there and down the bridge of her nose. And around her nose. It's an excellent book if you're just starting to draw faces. Like, she gives you all the guidelines of how to draw a face. Kind of want this to go like that a little bit maybe. Okay. And around here. Under her eye. Gives you all the guidelines and then how to draw each individual like an eye, a nose, and a mouth, and how, I don't know if but it's very whimsical. Like, it's not going to be realistic. Like, it's whimsical. She has another book that helps with more realistic drawing if you're more into that. But I think this is a good beginner book. Like, if you're just starting to want to just figure out to draw a face, you know? Okay, and then come along the bottom of the, under the chin on the neck, and kind of down, and cover this side of the face, or this side of the neck. My goodness, that's not a face, that's a neck. Okay, and then we're gonna do around her eye here. I tend to draw my people with very short, but I did bring her eyebrows down for this just so she'd look like she was scowling a little bit. But I do tend to draw this area of the eye rather short just because mine's rather short, and so it's what I see in the mirror every day. I think it's interesting if when you start to draw like what your tendencies are and what that compares to your own face, because it's what you see all the time. I just find that interesting. I'll give a little shadow here because of her hairline. Maybe up here too as well because of her hairline. Okay, so let's do that as our shading indicators. And then let's go to cinnamon, which is going to be darker. And we'll put in some more deeper shadows. I want her mouth to look a little pinched. So I'm trying to give this little shadow, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to achieve what I'm kind of thinking. That's okay. It's practice. That's what our art journal is for, is practice. Okay, along there. Make sure this is going to be fairly dark because face is casting a shadow. Nose bridge. And then I want to go in the crease of her eye, which is here, and make it darker. And then around the hairline. These color pencils are laying down very well, very nicely in this book, so that's good. So maybe that's just what I need to, maybe this book is just better for color pencils, and I don't know, maybe I don't like it for just graphite. She's got a little bit of a funny shaped nose. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Alright. I want to take just a little bit of some sienna brown, which is just a little bit darker, and just like in some areas, I think, kind of those corner areas. I don't think we'll even put it on this side of the face. Maybe right under her mouth as well. Okay, then let's go back to the earth red, which I'm going to sharpen real quick. And I'm going to go over this again. All the darkness that I put in, I'm going to do this and just leave the highlights. So just go over everything but the highlights. I'm going to try to start blending a little bit, but I'm not using any pressure. Just seeing what the color will do with the paper. I went on a walk this morning. I just got back from my walk. It's cold. It was only 21 degrees, but my dog wants to go. Plus, I'm not going to the gym right now because we have some mandates from our governor about staying home and not going anywhere that's unnecessary. So like at the gym, it's really hard for me to wear a mask because I feel like I can't breathe while I'm doing weights, and so I'm like, well, okay. So we went on a walk, and it was a pretty long walk. I'm hoping it will wear her out today. She was digging in the mud yesterday, and she's a white dog, and so she just looks awful. I have to like put her in the sink every time she comes in from digging in the mud, and so I'm hoping that I wore her out and she won't want to dig in the mud today, because it was snowing yesterday and it's not gonna stay. It's gonna melt. And we're gonna have lots of mud. Silly dog. Yeah, she's so cute though. She like sits there at the door. She's covered in mud and she's like looking at me all innocent. Let me in, Mom. Let me in. I didn't do it. I didn't dig in the mud. I promise. Let me in. I'm like, You can't come in till I'm ready to bathe you. You ain't coming in my house looking like that. Silly thing. Yeah, she's laying here sleeping. She's worn out. So that's good. Wear you out. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, kind of like her. All right, then let's go to the apricot. I'm gonna sharpen it too. And I'm gonna use a little bit of pressure this time in the darkest areas so that I can blend a little bit. Just a little bit of pressure. Except my pencil, come on. Pencil sharpen, don't break on me. Come on, you can do it. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think I need a new sharpener. New blades. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna add a little bit of pressure this time and then lighten my pressure as I get to the lightest areas. I need like a big fluffy brush to move things away so that I don't blow. You shouldn't blow, just in case you inhale and then you inhale stuff you shouldn't be breathing. So don't blow on your paper, but get a big fluffy brush. Do as I say, don't do as I do, right? Okay. Looking pretty good. I'm lightening my pressure as I get to the lighter areas. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get rid of all the texture of the paper, and I don't know that I want to get rid of all the texture of the paper. Because maybe I need to like embrace the texture of the paper. Maybe that's just what this art journal's going to have, you know? I might grab a cream or something to put in the highlights. The highest highlights, you know? Okay, all right, let's go to the cinnamon, just lightly to darken up some of those shadows. Just lightly, not a lot of pressure. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's grab a like creamish color. Let's see what we've got. This is cream. I'm just lightly going over those light areas. Even a spot on her eye there. Okay, I really like her. Okay, I'm going to take a little earth red into the waterline here. Maybe. Tear duct in the water line. A little apricot right here underneath. Okay. And then I want like a light grayish blue. Let's see. This is called Stone Gray. And I want to put this in the whites of the eye on the edges. Okay. Because the whites of the eye are not white. They've got veins and lots of things going on in there, and they have shadows. So I'm trying to put in those shadows. Okay, and then what color of eyes should she have? Maybe green? Let's see, grab there's a shamrock green. Okay, and then what's this? Jade green for a shadow on that eye. I'm going to go back to that shamrock green. Okay, and then lips. Let's do here's Venetian red. Let's put a light layer of that on there. And then we'll take our sienna brown and put in some shading on the corners and maybe under that upper lip. And shade that mouth a little bit. And then go back with the Venetian red, and I'm putting a little bit of pressure this time. Okay, and then I want, let's put her pupil in because it just kind of looks weird. Okay. Alright, hair color. Which color should we do her hair? Oh. Should we do it a fun color or should we stick with like a brown or something? I don't know. I almost wanted, but that's using a wet medium. Yeah, let's just stick with colored pencil. Okay, what color, what color, what color? Ooh, that might be pretty. Okay, A 112. What's this? And then 76, and then maybe 75. Just this one. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's start with Jasmine Yellow 75. And we'll base coat it with that color. And then we'll go to Ginger, which is number 112. And we'll go ahead and like flick that in. Make it fairly dark there at the beginning, but we have a nice shadow there. Okay, and then we'll use Honey 76. And then the Jasmine again. Okay, let's do that on, let's do that over here as well. Just kind of do each piece. I might have to get another color and darken up the shadow. We'll see. Let's grab just a little sienna brown and put a little more shadow there at the beginning. Yeah. All right, let's do the rest of this hair. Oh, my pen yellow's gonna need to be sharpened. Now with our shading, this part of the hair is going to be lighter than this part, so let's try to remember that while we do this. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Well, I think she looks pretty good, you know? I think I need to put some work on her eyebrows a little bit. Here's some white for her eyes. For the highlights on the same side. Okay, maybe I'll just put her like that, and then we need some eyelashes. Okay, and then, oh, let's put highlight on her nose and on her lip. I like it. She looks sad. I think she looks sad. Maybe I'll put a little more white right here too, just to go with that sad feeling. I like it. She's had enough of 2020. It's just been too much. It's just been too much for her. She's had enough. She's had enough, guys. You know what? I really like her. Maybe this book is really good for colored pencils, and I need to give it, that's what I need to do in this book, and use other mediums in other books. I'm gonna get a little washi tape for the background, and I'll be right back. I can find the end here. There we go. We'll just kind of frame her a little bit in some washi tape. And then I have this washi tape that says, be brave, be bold, be you, I think, or be, let's see what it says. So I'll take off the, maybe I'll do like, yeah, I'll do be brave. And I'll rip off the other ones. And so it says be brave, be brave. I think she needs that. She's just feeling a little down. She needs a little upliftingness in this 2020 year. All right. I like her. I think she's beautiful. I really like the colored pencil. All right. I need to do more colored pencil in my... I love colored pencil. Why don't I use colored pencils in my art journal? I don't know. I need to do more colored pencils. Little signature there. Maybe I should put the date. What's the date for me? It's the 12th. 11, 12, 20, 20. That'll just explain it all. All right, you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, awesome weekend. If you are feeling down, grab your art journal, draw a picture. Yeah, enjoy yourselves and do something relaxing and regenerating. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.